Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to any new viewers. This is a 2023 yearly forecast as we end 2022, as we look at closing the chapter, reflecting on what has come to pass for us in the year of 2022. Let's now look forward and see what 2023 will bring us. I'm going to have a look at lots of different areas of life. I'm going to look at love and relationships for both single viewers and those who are already entering 2023 in a committed partnership or relationship. I'll have a look at your career, finance, money area of life for 2023. I will have a look at any unexpected things that may be coming up in 2023, whether they be positive or negative, just, unknown, unexpected things that we are not anticipating. I'm going to have a look at how we're finishing off the year and just overall themes, what we can expect for 2023. So thank you very much for watching. If you do enjoy this reading, of course, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe. I really appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, Capricorn, sun, moon, rising Capricorn. Just want to start off with the overall themes for 2023, what we can expect this year to just really look like overall. Oh my goodness. Just pull one more here. Okay. What an amazing, what an incredible year 2023 is looking like, especially for an earth sign like yourself, Capricorn. I mean, look at this. We've got the King of Earth, that's the King of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Earth, and we also have the Empress. Now, I'm seeing really great expansion and abundance coming from a partnership specifically. Now, we'll have a look at what the individual areas of the reading look like, whether this be, related to love and relationships, whether it be related to business, finance, work, career, whatever the case may be. This is really going to be a year where a partnership, a very successful partnership, is solidified, gets to a place where two people are in complete harmony, are working together towards the future, are building something together that has so much amazing potential. Whether it be to do with money, let's say this is, a business partnership or a partnership at work. This is going to see a lot of profit and success, a lot of money saved, money earned, money gained from investments. Let's say this is a relationship, a romantic relationship. These are, again, two people who are on the same page. We have a king and a queen of the same suit here, and not just any suit, of your suit. Earth, Pentacles. So this is looking extremely favorable. This is looking like a year where you will perhaps reap what you have sowed. And this could be something that you've even been working on or manifesting throughout the previous few months, throughout 2022, or perhaps even several years now. Something that you've wanted, a dream, a goal, something that you've been putting in effort towards is now finally prospering, is now finally taking off. You can now reap the rewards of the effort that you have put in. I'm absolutely loving this energy that I am seeing here for you, Capricorn. So I'm going to just place these over here. And I will, before I forget, just show you what's on the bottom of the deck as well. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Air. This is the Page of Swords. I really think that communication is going to be a very big focus in 2023. Communication, listening to other people's points of view as well, and somehow finding a common ground with you and another person, perhaps between you and multiple people, perhaps even not just someone you're in a close relationship with, but also family members, friends. This is perhaps even a year, I want to say, I don't know why this is coming to me, but perhaps of being a little bit less judgmental too. Not that I'm saying you are judgmental, but some of you may be even thinking as you enter 2023, what can I do to be a little bit more open-minded? What can I do to be a little bit more receptive to ideas? I'm sensing that there could be a spark of wanting to learn more about lots of things, about the people around you, but also perhaps learning something new in terms of a course of study. Could even potentially be something creative or that uses your brain in a different way to what you have been doing. For example, just throwing it out there, some of you may have been working very hard for many years, but you kind of neglected the more creative side to your brain. And so in 2023, you might realize that, hey, just anything like learning an instrument or learning how to paint and draw or learning something creative and focusing on that for a bit. Maybe that's something I need to explore. Maybe that's a part of my brain, my mental creativity that I would like to tap into. So really, really interesting vibe I'm getting from that for you guys. But I want to start off with relationships. So I'm going to start off with my single Capricorns. Anyone entering 2023 as a single person, and that includes those of you who are maybe talking to someone or in a kind of situationship and it's not really committed at the moment, right? You're kind of not sure where you stand, or things keep going back and forth. Let's just say technically you're in this single group as well, if you're not exclusive with someone or there hasn't been that level of commitment yet, of exclusivity, where you're not actually sure where you stand with someone. That counts as being single. There's that page of air again, that page of swords again. So we've got two pages now. We have the page of pentacles, page of swords. I think you have been dealing with someone who, to be honest, is a little bit maybe immature, but also perhaps both of you need to get a little bit more mature in terms of your communication, in terms of explaining where you want things to go. It's like the timing is never right here. When you're interested, they're not, or they seem very aloof and interested in other things, and vice versa. When they're interested, you're not. So this is really, really fascinating. But I'm seeing something get a little bit more serious, and I think, there's a deepening or becoming more like serious. Someone's attitude is maturing. This could be both you and your person. We've got the Magician here too. I think you're making a decision. You're making a decision in 2023 to really focus. I think you've been wasting your time with someone. I think you've been wasting your time, and you're going to see that very clearly. And you're just not going to be willing to waste your time anymore. And this is almost like a sense of, I would rather be on my own than be in this kind of situation. And so I do see you. I am putting it out there. I do see you spending a bit of time on your own. Soul searching, perhaps rejecting an offer or multiple offers that come in because it's just more of the same. It's more of the same people who are not on the same wavelength. It's more of the same stuff that you've experienced before. And you are starting to recognize what that is, and you're starting to realize how to say no a little bit sooner than what you have in the past. I think you've learned a lesson here that sometimes you can be very determined. You really want to make something work, and you want to take it to its limit. You want to explore the possibility as fully as possible for as long as possible, rather than giving up too quickly. You don't want to give up on a situation too quickly, but it's almost realizing that I can't do that anymore. I don't have the time to do that anymore. If it's not 100% right from the start, or something's off, or I'm seeing some red flags, I'm not going to brush those feelings aside anymore. I'm not going to it's almost like gaslighting yourself. You know, I don't see someone else trying to manipulate you. I almost see you trying to dampen down or not listen to your intuition. And I think you're going to stop doing that now because it's happened too many times. It's happened too many times. I can see what you are really looking for is commitment. You're also looking for something that is more traditional. You haven't had that from anyone you've dated or the relationships or situations that you've been in the past or leading up to 2023. It just hasn't been quite there. It hasn't been quite right. But as we've seen, this is really the year of focusing on like-minded people, people you can partner with who will really, who are just on the same wavelength as you, who have the same values as you, who have those traditional values. I'm seeing more opportunities, more choices. I'm just going to pull a couple more cards to see who is actually sort of the next person coming in or what's coming up. Just so we can get an idea of whether you are meeting someone or something's happening in 2023. Yeah, really interesting. Okay. I'm seeing that you may be meeting someone who has the same kind of beliefs that you do. Not only has the same beliefs, has the same dreams, wants, desires for the future, even likes, things that you just like to do on a day-to-day basis. It's going to feel very, very comfortable. But I will say that you kind of need to seek this person out because they are not great at taking very, very fast initiative. They're not the type of person who's going to meet you, get excited, ask you out on a date immediately or very quickly. This person is quite, I guess, a little bit too mature for that. They're too in control of their emotions and impulses, which actually is a good thing. However, it means that because they don't act that impulsively, they're going to sit back and wait. They're going to assess the situation before doing anything. So you may have to kind of seek this person out and almost plant a seed with them or make it known that you're available or something like that. You're going to have to take the first step somehow, even if it's a small one. This is someone who you're almost going to wonder, how is this person not in a relationship? Like, what's going on? What's wrong? But they're just really chilled. And they're very comfortable either way. They're comfortable being on their own. They're also comfortable being in a relationship. This person is either older than you or just very mature emotionally. Has experienced quite a bit of life somehow. Yeah, I'm getting such a peaceful vibe. Such a peaceful vibe for this person. You may also meet them through others, through a colleague, through a friend, a mutual friend, something of that nature. Very, very peaceful person, possibly quite softly spoken as well. Yeah, and quietly confident. Very, very high self-esteem. This person, therefore, doesn't need to go chasing after people. Not in a rude or arrogant way. It's just they're very chilled, they're very comfortable in themselves, very confident. So you may have to kind of, again, make your intentions known, but this person is here and is waiting. And we see this message of spirit having a plan. It's almost like everything that you've experienced so far, if it hasn't worked out, it's leading to this. It is leading to this, and it's almost going to feel like that when you meet this person, and they instinctively know that as well. I'm getting a bit of Pisces energy here too, so this person may be a Pisces or have Pisces in their chart quite strongly. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for my single Capricorns, but now let's have a look at those entering 2023 in a relationship or a partnership that is, you know, a definite partnership that is committed. What is that looking like in 2023? What can we expect? Or what can you expect from this partnership? And what is going on with your person as well? And I want to know how the end of the year looks as well. Okay, and I'll just show you, we have the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. I'm already getting a feeling for what's going on, but I just want to pull a couple more cards here just to clarify. So interesting. So interesting. Okay, that one's wanting to make an appearance. All right, so the year is ending off in this partnership a lot better than how it begins. I will say that. We're almost entering into 2023 with regards to this partnership with a little bit of confusion, I would say. Capricorn, you're a little bit confused. You're a little bit unsure. You feel as though also there's things you don't know. There's something unknown here. You don't have all the answers. You don't have all the information. You don't 100% know where this is going. You don't know what the future looks like. And this could be someone you've been with for a while. And there's no question of the kind of, you know, commitment to each other, but you're still just kind of like, what is going on? What is 2023 going to hold? I feel there's probably a few things that you want to change as well. Not necessarily about your person, but just about the situation, the relationship, how you are together, how you communicate, where you live, where just generally something about the dynamic, or perhaps multiple things. You're thinking about how you want that to change in 2023. It's almost like you're wanting to get more ambitious about where things are going. And you're thinking far ahead, you're thinking of the future. And you're feeling like everything's a little bit of a battle. And when I see the 5 of Wands, it's never anything super serious. Like, it's nothing to really worry about. It's not like crazy fights, but it's more like just differences of opinion. There's a lot of little differences of opinion that's kind of getting to you and kind of making you question and think, how are we ever going to get to where I want to go, or where we want to go, if we can't agree on these basic things that we should be agreeing on? What is going to happen? So there's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of differences in opinions. Perhaps you don't want to back down, and perhaps they don't want to back down as well. I'm seeing 2 things happen here. I'm seeing you go much deeper into your emotions, your feelings, your intuition. You're really looking deep within for some answers here. And I see you actually becoming a little bit more soft with this person and soft with yourself as well. Not so hard on yourself, not so hard on them either. This is an interesting one, but I'm also seeing that this is just a physical thing, a purely physical thing. And it may not be the right story for you, but I'm seeing that, you know, you're coming across as the swan here, right? Really pretty energy, beautiful energy. Almost perhaps a bit of too much focus on outward appearance, how things look. And now it's time to look within as well. I'm also seeing that your person is going to compromise a little bit on something. They're going to compromise. We have the surrender now here. It's almost like, are they going to give up on something that they really wanted that you just didn't agree with? Are they going to realize that compromise is the only way forward? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but they are compromising a bit on something. They are surrendering something for the greater good of the two of you, for the greater good of the relationship. And I see you both working towards getting on the same page. You're really getting on the same page this year about something very, very important that you were not in full agreement on. The Empress is also coming up twice here, right? So I do feel like this overall vibe of the year may relate to more than one thing, but is relating to this relationship that you're in. There could actually be a more formal or formalization of the partnership. So for example, you know, marriage or some type of commitment, moving in together if you're, you know, not already. It's ascending to a level, and how did I not see this? The King of Pentacles is here twice as well. So we've got some doubling up here of the cards. So definitely whatever you two decide, whatever you two agree on, it's going to have very, very, very positive results. Very positive results. And when we look towards the end of the year, we've got Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless. And this card reminds me of the Empress as well. It is also, you know, a cow in this card, or a bull, or so it could be Taurus as well. Venus ruled, which is just like the Empress. So this is very, very abundant and a lot of material wealth, I would say as well. Because Pentacles are coming up so often here, perhaps, and it's on your partner's side too, perhaps they are getting into some kind of business, or an investment is paying off, or some of their hard work is really, really paying off. And that's helping you both. It's helping you both achieve something together that you wouldn't have been able to achieve otherwise. You know, it could be anything, a down payment on a house, or moving somewhere where is just going to be better for you, for your life. This is looking really, really good by the end of 2023. And I'm also seeing this ending of a cycle here with the World. It's almost like when you get to this time next year, end of 2023, you'll be able to look back on where you are now, or where you were a year ago, a year from then, and think, what a difference. Look at how different our lives are now compared to what they were. And I'm certainly not seeing this as an ending of the relationship, just how everything's going. And I'll just point out at the bottom of the deck, we have You Are Never Alone. Look at this beautiful card. I love otters, just personally. You are never alone. So this is going to ascend to a much more committed, a much more strong connection by the end of the year, when you both realize that you work better together, that when you put your heads together, when you both can compromise, things really do work quite well. And a lot of financial success, a lot of success with money especially on your partner's side. So this could be, you know, they may be getting promoted through work or starting their own business or whatever it is. It's good news financially. Very good news. But I will say it's time to be a little bit softer. I don't know if you, again, this bickering, this arguing, this constant kind of back and forth disagreements about things, that somehow needs to calm down, and it needs to come from you two as well as your person. Communication is always, you know, it's a two-way street. It is a two-way street, but I think you're becoming more open-minded, less you'll be more open to listening to what they have to say with a very unbiased, non-judgmental ear first, before kind of reacting. I think up until this point, it's been very reactionary for both of you. Whereas now it's time to listen a little bit more to each other. And that's going to be of great benefit. Beautiful. Love it. Now, Capricorn, I want to move on to career, finances, work. Let's see what is in store in 2023 in those areas. What is going on, Capricorn? And I will... card flying out there. I will pull some energy for what's happening around you as well, because of course our career, our finances, always influenced by our own energy, plus the energy of our co-workers, our boss, our manager, our customers, our clients, whatever the case may be. Our partners that we're in relationships with as well. Everything is flying out here. I'm really loving this year for your money, Capricorn. I have to say, I've had a few cards fly out here, so just let me pick those up. And we'll see where we're at. Yeah, okay. Definitely in this with someone, okay? I'm seeing beneficial relationships here, whether that be you working for someone else. So if you're working for, you know, a company, you have a boss, you have a manager, I'm seeing very beneficial relationships there, particularly with someone who is above you or in a position of power, and you are subordinate to them, or they just have more influence for whatever reason. I'm particularly seeing a very, very good relationship there. I'm also seeing potential for new opportunities through partnership or even friendships. So I'm seeing very, very good opportunities for those of you who are in a committed relationship in 2023. Your partner is also having a lot of success in terms of career and finance as well. And that is also helping you. So together you're kind of stronger, you're kind of better. I'm also seeing that, again, opportunities may come through friends, or possibly you're becoming closer to the people that you work with. You're becoming more friendly, more collegiate with the people that you work with. It's nice on multiple levels. You're not just, you know, working with these people or this person and you know, going home at the end of the day or thinking, oh, thankfully that's over now and I don't have to talk to that person for another few hours. It's not like that. It's quite nice to just socialize, just hang out with these people or this person. So that's really, really nice. They're also, I can see that someone you work with is very generous. They're going to be very generous with you. And they're also going to be understanding if any challenges come up. And this could be from very, very small challenges. And I'm talking about personal challenges here with you. Very small challenges to anything more major. Whoever you're working with is going to be very, very, very supportive and very understanding. And it may actually surprise you, and it may make you feel even closer to this person or these people. So very nice atmosphere in the work environment or surrounding you when it comes to work, I have to say. Very, very nice. You're also working with someone who is extremely, I would say, enterprising, entrepreneurial, social as well. Very, very social person or people around you. Always looking for opportunities and finding them. You're going to have some very, very exciting new idea as well when it comes to your work, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances. Very exciting new idea. You're going to figure out a way. And again, I'm seeing it has to do with partnering with someone too. It's not something you're going to do alone, but you very much have the idea. And you realize that two heads are better than one. So you're going to take your idea and you're going to bring it to someone or ask someone to help you, or you're going to execute it together with someone, and that's going to help it become a reality. And you're about to forge a very, very, very strong business partnership or work relationship with this new idea. This new idea could eventually get you promoted. It could eventually mean a bonus or a salary increase. It's going to pay off basically, because we have the Six of Wands here, which is victory, and also accolades, adoration from people, rewards, recognition. So, someone recognizing you, other people looking up to you and thinking, wow, how did Capricorn achieve that? That's amazing. So lots of rewards, recognition for this new idea, new way of thinking. You could be coming into a situation with just very clear thinking, very logical thinking, a very clear, rational mind, and that's what you're very appreciated for. So you're surrounded by people who definitely don't take your skills for granted. That may have happened in the past. Okay, you may have been in a situation, and I'm saying this because this is an ace after all, so this is like a new beginning. So you may have recently shifted into a new job or a new career, or you may still be thinking about doing that as we enter into 2023. But this is something that still has the air of newness around it, right? It's a change. It's a change. And you're now surrounded by people who appreciate you. So again, because this is so apparent, it could have been that in the past situation, prior to this new situation, you were not appreciated that much. You were not surrounded by people who you could really partner with. Maybe you thought these people were your friends or had your best interests at heart, but perhaps they weren't, okay? Now you're somewhere where those skills you have, your natural abilities, your talents are really recognized, and you have the ability to put those plans that you have into action and achieve some really great results. I see you also getting to a place where you're feeling a lot more independent. Okay. I also see you having help from someone, potentially financially, when you need to. You may not need to accept it, but you have the backing of someone. This could be a family member. This could be community, even friends. Help is there when you need it. You may not need it, but it's there. So you have the courage, I think, to maybe even try something new, because you know that even if it doesn't work out, it's okay. You have a backup plan. You have people that can help support you if needed. But I'm not seeing in any way, shape or form any failure here. I'm only seeing good things come from whatever new idea, whatever change, whatever new situation you're in. I'm only seeing good things come from that, to be honest. And yes, of course, there will be some challenges because there always are. Nothing is ever completely smooth sailing in life, right? But you're going to have people with you every step of the way. It's like holding hands together through any challenges that come up. And I see support both personally in your personal life and again through those great relationships that you're building in your work life. Slow and steady progress does pay off. You will get the fruits. You'll get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And you will feel even more independent, actually, which I think is important to you. You don't want to have to rely on anyone. You want to be able to, you feel proud to say that you've really done something on your own, even though everything requires teamwork. I guess you want to be financially very sound so that you're not ever having to ask like a family member for money, let's say, even though they could help you and they could give it to you. Interestingly, there is some kind of a choice that needs to happen as we finish off the year. As we finish off 2023, there is going to be some kind of decision you have to make with regards to this career path or this work that you're doing. And the difficulty in this choice or this decision will lie in the fact that everything is going so well. You've achieved so much. Is it time to just take this new opportunity that has come your way? Or should you just stick to what you've been doing for a little while longer? Because after all, you may not have been doing it for that long. So that's going to be the kind of decision or choice you're kind of faced with. For some of you, there could also be a choice you have to make between continuing to focus on your career and focusing on a partnership, a personal relationship, a love relationship. It may be time to take a little bit of a step back, which again is a difficult one because you've done so well. You're in a place where you'll be able to do it by the end of the year because you've achieved some kind of greater financial independence. However, it's still a difficult one because this is such a great situation and again gives your life quite a bit of joy and meaning. And so the question is, do you want to take a slight step back from it? Or again, do you want to go onto the new path or the new opportunity? So that's going to be a choice you have to make at the end of the year. But some would say it's a good choice to have or a good dilemma to have because at least you have options either way. Very nice, Capricorn. Now, I want to have a look at anything unexpected, whether that be positive or negative, anything unexpected coming in 2023 that we need to talk about, or anything that you need to hear with regards to unexpected things happening in 2023, and also perhaps how to deal with those things. Now that King of Pentacles keeps coming up in your readings, Capricorn. That King of Pentacles is the third time he's come in now. We've got the Chariot, we've got Death, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So we have a couple of major arcana cards here. So I think there is some significant stuff that's coming up, but I'm just going to get a couple more cards here for some more information. Okay, you're going to have to make some kind of a fairly fairly quick decision about something, but it's important. It could be to do with a move. All right. It could be to do with moving to a different location, even if it's not somewhere very far from you. It could just be, a bit kind of, you could be unsure about it just because it may change some things about your life. It may change your day-to-day commute, for example. It may change how far you are from certain like friends or family members, for example. And so it is a significant decision, even though at first it may not seem that big a deal. It could also be having to go somewhere, travel somewhere, or move in relation to your work or a partner's work. It could also be just more travel than you were expecting to happen in your job. Or again, for a partner's job or something. It could be a little bit more movement or an actual move that you were not expecting. Something is coming to an end in terms of how you felt about a place or how you felt about a place you were in or a situation you're in. Something is changing in terms of you're being done, like you're done with that. You're ready to move on. Okay. And it could be a number of things tied together. It could be moving on from, again, a job. It could be a new opportunity comes in and it's like, am I ready to take that on now? Or am I not? It could even be an opportunity to lead. So it could be like the role you're in, perhaps like your manager or someone you report to is moving on and their job becomes available. And it's like, I was kind of happy doing what I was doing, but this is a really good opportunity. It is going to mean it's going to be a big change, but maybe I'm ready for that. Maybe I can do it. It's looking more likely that after a period of thinking about it, you will actually take this opportunity. You will actually make this change. But you will do a little bit of like research and assessment first before you do that. And there's a little bit of soul searching going on as well before you do this. But the good news is we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. So I am seeing that it will be a beneficial change for you, or it will have the ability to turn some things around. Let's say, for example, it's a move. And you're thinking, I'm not sure if I want to move because, I have like this friend and that friend who live nearby, or, I don't know what I'm going to be doing on the weekends if I can't go to, the local place that I like to go to or whatever. But what you'll find is that the new location brings you more opportunities, brings you more friends, brings you a different place to go to that's somehow better. Right? You won't know that until you kind of experience it. But I think after doing a bit of research, you will have more confidence to make this change. Similarly, if it's got to do with a change in terms of a role at work, let's say, where you're asked to take on more of a leadership role or a leadership position, you might think, well, I haven't done this exact thing before. So I'm kind of a little bit nervous about what that means. And I think that there's going to be a lot of challenges and a lot of things I have to learn, which is, totally normal and totally fine. But what you might realize is you actually flourish in that position. Even though it will involve some, hard work and dedication, you will get there. You will build those skills that you never kind of thought possible or you never thought you had. So very interesting. I see you very busy, to be honest. I see you being very busy. And I also see, it's going to sound funny, I see like a holiday or a period of rest and relaxation being interrupted by some kind of information or some kind of message coming in. It's almost like you can never truly relax, or you can't for too long. You can't take a time out for too long because something always gets in the way and interrupts you. So I would say as general advice, there are going to be lots of opportunities that come your way, perhaps significant ones with relation to where you live, where you're going, travel, or potentially with regards to taking on more responsibility or a higher position when it comes to your work. So a lot is going to be happening and you're going to be very busy. It could be multiple things. It could be all of those things being affected or changing rather than just one or two. So when you do get the opportunity to rest or rest your mind, take it. That's what I'm going to say. So that you can be as clear-headed as possible when it comes to making these decisions. But I'm really seeing it overall as quite positive. I have to say, quite positive. Just be careful not to overburden yourself. Be careful not to, just looking at the bottom of the deck, there's the 10 of Wands. Be careful not to overburden yourself. And there's always a new creative way to manage something more efficiently, to get the help of other people as well, and to also just take a time out when you need it. So just remember that, because there'll be times when you'll feel like you cannot get a break. Okay, just gonna pull some final cards now, Capricorn. Some final messages. But yes, this is looking overall like a pretty impressive year. There'll be a lot happening, but all good things. And I'm seeing a lot of success for you in many areas, and success for the people around you too, or any partnerships that you may be in. Yeah, there's take a breather again. So that is, that ties into what I was just saying in terms of just the advice is take time for yourself when you need it, because you could be at a point where you're so close to achieving something great, so close, and it's like you just keep getting interrupted, or there keep being little setbacks here and there. Don't worry about it. Just take a time out when you need to, take a deep breath when you need to, work on your maybe even like yoga, meditation, anything that involves breath work is going to be very helpful. Unleash your kinder self. I think this goes for anyone in a relationship or even starting a relationship in 2023, just remembering to be kind and also not let any stress of your day-to-day life get in the way or make you a little bit more snappy at people, which again, I'm not saying that you do, but hey, we've all been there, right? So take a deep breath, count to 10 before having any sort of emotional or impulsive reactions, especially when it comes to talking to other people that you're close to, or if you value the relationship that you have with them. That could be for anyone, a partner, a romantic partner, work colleagues, family members, whoever, friends, whoever it is. We've also got push through any insecurity. So some of you will get to a point in 2023 where you feel a little bit of imposter syndrome. And if that happens, just do your best to ignore it, to hold your head high, to have confidence, and to just go for it. Go for it. Because you do have the strength, you do have the skills, you do have the knowledge, you do have the experience, and you are capable. You are truly capable of taking on anything in 2023. Anything that you're asked to do, especially if you're asked to take on more responsibility or lead in a situation, you can do it. You can do it. So don't let that imposter syndrome. Did you know imposter syndrome is actually a sign of intelligence? Because if you've ever felt that, it just means that you're quite intelligent, and you're intelligent enough to know that you don't know everything, right? People who think they know everything don't get imposter syndrome. So it's totally normal. Everyone feels it at some point, or at least with anyone with a reasonable level of intelligence feels it. So just push through that, because you can do it. You got this. I'm going to leave it there, Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. I wish you all the best in 2023 and beyond.